good morning or good afternoon. Don't really know when you're going to be watching this, but today is day 11 and this is the first assignment of your third packet. So if you have yet to get that, make sure you check it out on LiveGrades, the school website, however you have been accessing your packets, whether you print that out, electronic, so on and so forth. So the lesson that we're going to be going over today is multiplying binomials by trinomials. So it's just carrying over from whatever you did on day 10 with multiplying binomials by binomials. There's just one extra term. So this video will be short and sweet, and hopefully you'll feel like it's just extra practice from your Friday lesson. So let me give you an example and remind you what you were doing on Friday. So if I gave you this problem, it would be multiplying a binomial, because there are two, by a trinomial, because there are three in that polynomial. What you did Friday was, let's say, we'll even just take that one off. If I had you multiply the first binomial by this binomial, that's exactly what you all were doing on Friday. All right, but now what we're going to do is add that third term, making it a trinomial, and multiplying those pieces. So you learned two methods to multiplying binomials. If you multiplied a binomial using the FOIL method, which was your first, outer, inner, last terms, and then the distributive method. The distributive method is going to be key whenever I'm multiplying binomials by trinomials, because if I tried to use the FOILing method, then I would have one that would be left off, and that wouldn't give me the right answer. All right, so remember, we're going to use the distributive property when we're multiplying any type of binomial by a trinomial. So what I'm going to do here is take my very first term and multiply this first term by all terms in my second binomial. And in your notes, you'll see where I have step one. Take the first term in the first binomial and multiply it by every term in the second polynomial or the second trinomial. So I first have 2y times 5y squared, so I have 2 times 5, which produces 10. I keep that y, and remember that I actually add the exponents. All right, now I'm going to do 2y times a negative 10y. Keep in mind that's negative, so I get negative 20y squared. 2 times 10 is 20, y times y is y squared. And then I'm going to multiply 2y by 8, and I would get 16y. All right, so I have my first term distributed. Now I'm going to take care of the second term in that binomial and distribute it as well. All right, so I have a positive 4. Always remember to look at the sign or the operation in front of that second term, because it tells you what the sign of the term is. And I'm going to distribute this term to each piece as well. So I have 4 times 5, which is 20, and then more specifically 20y squared. Then I have 4 times a negative 10y, so I get negative 40y. And then I have 4 times 8, therefore I get 32. All right. Last thing I want to do here, per your notes, is combine any like terms. So you will have, or you should have, like terms, and I was about to say unless they cancel out, but they cancel out by combining. Sorry about that. All right, so you should have like terms that you're going to be combining here. So like terms would mean they have the same exact variable with the same exact exponent. So I'm going to work my way from left to right, making sure I don't miss any pieces. And then as I combine or as I rewrite, because maybe they don't have a term to combine with, I'm going to cross it out so I don't use it again. All right, so y cubed, there aren't any other y cubed, so this term is already simplified. All right, now I'm going to look for any other y squareds, and I do see that, so I have negative 20y squared, and then I have positive 20y squared. So when I combine these, they actually cancel out, and I do not have to write 0y squared. You all should know that. You never have to write the 0. All right, now let's move on to, I have y, and I have another y, and I know I crossed it out here, so this 40 is negative. So what I have is 16y minus 40y, which is negative 24, because I have to still do that from left to right. I've used these, so I'm going to cross them out so again I don't accidentally use them twice. And then finally I have 32, which has no like terms, so it's plus 32. So when I multiply these crazy polynomials together that are now marked up, when I multiply 2y plus 4 by 5y squared minus 10y plus 8, I produce the polynomial 10y cubed minus 24y plus 32. All right, so on your assignment, you were given the option of 2 assignments to do. Do not do both of them unless you would like the extra practice. So you can either choose to do the kaleidoscope paper or you can choose to do the matching paper. Either one is fine. Now, I will tell you that the matching paper, it might give you extra letters, variables. It's the same exact process. You're going to go through all the steps just like your notes said. So hopefully you feel pretty confident with this lesson since you just did something very, very similar on Friday. And I think that's about it. I will let you know at the start of that video, that cat, that's my cat. She was helping me lesson plan, so this lesson was brought to you by Remy and Mrs. Powell, and she worked very hard. But I hope you all are well, and I miss you, and I hope to see you soon. Take care.